Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Let's get right into it. The moon is in your sign, Sagittarius. Let's get right into your reading, Sagittarius. Let's get into it, Sagittarius. Let's go. We are in last quarter moon phase. Last quarter moon is on Saturday, March 21st. And it'll be in Capricorn, but right now the moon is in your sign, right? You all roll ninth house. Ninth house is all about higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, and moral, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. And at the time of filming, we have two planets that are retrograde, Venus and Mercury. So definitely self-worth and self-love are the focus. Even if you want to be in a romantic relationship with someone, or you want to increase your money, you need to know your self-worth. And so even if you're negotiating a salary or anything around money, you want to know your self-worth and self-love. And as far as Mercury is concerned, since it's the communication and messenger planet, you want to have learned lessons from the past. Okay, so that's going to be the focus in short. Right, let's get into it. Let's set the tone for your reading, Sagittarius. Let's go. All of these readings are timeless. All of them are timeless. So let's get into it. All of them are timeless. So this is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is on QueenAmunRa.com. Let's go. All of my relationships are harmonious. That's right. All of them are harmonious. Speak it into existence. All of my relationships are harmonious. Point to yourself and say, all of my relationships are harmonious. And that's all that matters, that they are harmonious. And you don't have any control over people who don't have harmony within themselves at all. You don't. Those are people who have karmic relationships with themselves. They are at war with themselves. So it's saying you're not at war with yourself. Hey. Yeah, Source is really Source is actually attracting people to you that are not at war with themselves, and attracting, and vice versa. Source is attracting people who are to you that are not at war with themselves, and they'll tell you that they like you, that they love you, that they really appreciate you. They will tell you that they're not. Their energy will tell you that they're not at war with themselves, and so appreciate those people because they appreciate you. They see how fair-minded you are, that you've resolved something within yourself. So here we have 3, 4, 6, skipping steps. Details are important. You are moving at a faster speed than most lately, and your angels are reminding you to make sure that you aren't skipping any necessary steps. Circle back today to a recent situation and make absolutely sure that you did not miss any details or processes that could cause an issue later. So 3, 4, 6. So 3 is the Empress card, 4 would be Emperor, and then 6 would be Lovers, right? So so the Lovers card connects us with partnerships in business, partnerships in love, and also decisions, right? So 3 would be the Empress card. So you don't want to limit your abundance and your prosperity. This would be 3. This would be Empress, right? Like, you don't want to limit your abundance and your prosperity by skipping any steps in like what you're saying, like what you're speaking into existence. So in terms of partnerships in business and partnerships in love, you want to get some structure and authority going. So let's look for example. So details are very important. So let's say, for instance, in your personal and your professional life, because we're talking about Venus is retrograde, right? So Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Let's say you want a job, right? Or you want a higher paying job. You want to be very detailed in like what you want for your job, like very detailed. So if somebody were to say, put your list together for what you don't want in a job anymore, you can run that list down like boom, 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 boom. I don't want this kind of manager, don't want to work in this geographical location, down to like what color carpet you don't want on the floor. Like you could run that down, like just roll off your tongue. So source is saying, so if you can put that list together, the opposite should be easy. So don't skip any steps. And the same thing in love, if that's what you want, right? Same thing, right? So all of your relationships are harmonious. So take some time to put together, like with care and detail, like really, really what you want. If you want, like, even if you want a new home, or or you want, if you're building your friendship circle, all of those things, like I said before, people, source wants, if you want people to tell you how much they really appreciate you, or if you want people to call you every other day, be very detailed and descriptive, like let people know, communicate that to people so they can put it on their calendar, even if that's not how they usually communicate. They can put it on their calendar. Oh, call Sagittarius every other day. They get a pop-up message. Oh, that's right. Let me call Sagittarius, right? Again, part of your love language, those things, right? Let people know. So let's get into it. So yeah, you don't skip any steps. That green right there speaks to the heart chakra, right? So those kind of things. So don't skip any steps. All of your relationships are harmonious. You want things to flow, and that's how you want things to flow. So let's get into it. All right, here we have the Six of Swords here. Yeah, especially when people have moved on with their lives and they're trying to travel light. Again, communication is key. Especially when people have dealt with the pain of people being shady behind their backs. You're trying to speak their love language too. And they've shared, with you that people have been shady behind their backs. You also want to let people know that you're not one of those people as well. So that you're not being shady, because you get it, you see it from a higher frequency, right? Here we have the Temperance card. Yeah. So you're recognizing that's what you have in common with people. You get it. So you see things from a higher frequency. So that's where you're not skipping steps. Details are really, really important. So when people are sharing details with you, here we have the Seven of Cups here, that when people are sharing details with you and they're letting you know that people have been emotionally manipulative, that they haven't gotten away, with, that people don't get away with things, that when the scales have been removed from people's eyes, about how people think they got away with stuff. I feel like you may be still communicating with someone that you love, or people may have thought they got away with something, and you're basically letting people know that they haven't gotten away with things. Here we have the Hierophant card. That you're helping people to see things from a higher frequency, right? To keep working on themselves, right? So here we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, so you're helping people to, work on themselves, to like create, like these, like emotional bonds with people. Something about you. Y'all are fire signs, and you all are the I philosophize sign. So you all are, your energy is directed outward. Fire energy connects us with, you all motivate and inspire people just through your fire, your communication, how you, your energy, and fire connects us with spirituality and taking action and things like that. And so, communicators and things like that. And so I feel like you are inspiring people to work on that part of themselves, when you're dealing with, just kind of like you inspire people to see things from a higher frequency, to not skip any steps, and just how they communicate, and just helping people to kind of sort of build up something in them, like create, like when to move on, like you're helping people to build their emotional maturity. This is what you're helping people to kind of like connect some things, right? like create communities, like be in communities, but when to move on just by talking to people. Because the devil is in the details, right? So here we have, yep. So you're letting people, so you're a part of a team. So here's the Three of Pentacles here. So somebody, so I feel like you are somebody is grateful to be a part of your team, and you're grateful to be a part of their team. Let me see something here. This is very interesting here. Hold on. Because somebody thinks that they got away with something behind someone that you love backed. I feel like the more and more you and somebody talk, the more and more something is going to come to fruition. Somebody's going to tell you something. What's going on here with this reading here? Because all of your relationships are harmonious. I feel like whoever moved on, Sagittarius, is kind of a loner spirit, though. Somebody that moved on is a loner spirit, and they may not know something, that somebody is being used as a pawn. Something is going to cause you, just a conversation is going to cause you to get off the fence and start talking to some people. Something is going to cause you to get off the fence and start asking some questions of some people. Yeah, something in you, because you see things from a higher frequency. Something about your spirit, Sagittarius, and you having connections. Because I'm looking at 7 and 3 is 10, right? So 7 and 3 is 10. Like you belong to a community of people. See, all of this is genderless. All of this is genderless, just so we're crystal clear. You belong to a community of energies. You had a conversation with somebody, and I know that because of air. Air is and it connects us with the heart chakra. So you had a communication with someone you love. Something having to do with a boat. Somebody could be on a boat. Somebody could be on a trip or something. Because it's really a small world, and like people know people. Yeah, people know people. People are connected to people, you know. But something is going to inspire you to kind of sit or get off the fence and start having a conversation with somebody and asking some questions. Because somebody thinks that they got away with using someone as a pawn in a game. Like I say, all of your relationships are harmonious, but you know how to see things from a higher frequency. And somebody that you know, a loved one, is a part of an organization, and you're going to talk to somebody. You're about to start asking some questions of somebody. Because somebody has a lot of information. See this owl right here? Somebody has a lot of knowledge about how people bully people into doing something. Emotionally, a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled, because you're going to feel like you jumped out of a jackpot, because you're going to talk to somebody somebody is either on a trip, somebody's on a boat, You and somebody know somebody in common. Your wishes and their wishes are going to be fulfilled because I'm telling y'all, a lot of people know people. A lot of people have people in common. A lot of people talk. It's a small world. A lot of people are connected to organizations. But you can really start seeing something from a higher frequency. It's almost like, you know what I'm kind of sort of picking up on here? Hold on. How's this going to come together? Hold on. Yeah, a lot of wishes are getting ready to be fulfilled for you and somebody. Hold on. Yeah, somebody's a part of across a large body of water right now. It's going to help somebody put the past behind them finally. It's going to finally help somebody put the past behind them because they may have been lamenting over something for a while that they yeah. Somebody that you know, knows that people have been watching them like watchdogs. Yeah, two people have been watching them like watchdogs. And it's somebody that you know. Cameras everywhere, just obsessed. I have obsessively been watching them. It's two people that you know, right? An organization has been watching two people. Have been watching two people like watchdogs. But somebody's about to bring justice to it. Somebody's about to bring justice to all of it. Because there's been a lot of lies that's been told to somebody about somebody behind, about that you love behind their back. A lot of lies have been told about somebody behind their back to someone else, and it's about to come to an end. It's about to come to an end. About two vain, vengeful, and green with envy spirits. It's about to come to an end. Yeah, two energies have been in the ear of someone talking about what somebody does behind closed doors, and they've been lying to somebody, blindsided them. About a light high priestess. Two karmics. Two karmics. Who only care about money. Yep. We're looking for somebody to save them. We're looking for somebody to save them, and who they're using is somebody's depression. Who feel like their back was against the wall. Yeah, so something heartbreaking. Using this person as a pawn in their game. Playing all these mind games on somebody. Yep. All right, there's a death card right there. Yep. Because somebody believes that their mother, somebody's mother is dying. And they believe that somebody's mother is dying and they need some money for something. All right. Alrighty. Playing mind games. So again, all your relationships are harmonious. Something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. So it's saying a tower moment is about to happen because somebody's being shady towards. This is a lot, like I said, but you it's like you're going into investigative mode about something. You're about to find out something. So be bold and make the first move. You'll be like I said, taking some kind of action. For you, it may feel like you're kind of accidentally coming up on something, but it won't be an accident that you're coming up on something. It won't be an accident that you're coming up on some information at all. Because Source is going to bring it to you. Actually, Source is going to bring it to you, possibly even in a dream. Actually, it's going to come to you in a dream. Divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. So it's not even like somebody else is going to bring the information to you. It's going to come to you in a dream. So it won't even be like someone else is bringing something to you. So even if somebody was trying to listen in on your conversation, or somebody thought they were be able to, spy on something, they wouldn't be able to, because it's coming from Source. It's coming from Source. So even if you listening to this reading right now and somebody was trying to, hurry up, like a cross watcher was watching this video, it's going to come from Source. So Source will be coming. That's why you jumping out of a treasure chest. You're already a part of a group of energies that, you're already a part of a social circle already. And just in your day-to-day conversations, you never know who's saying what. That's kind of sort of piquing an interest in something. So just these conversations, you don't know what's being triggered, what's being said, but something is going to come to you in a dream. Some kind of a download is going to come to you to wake you up. It's just going to wake you up. Yeah, it's going to wake you up to something. Yeah. Yeah, what I say, while you're getting some rest. While you are getting some rest, 43, 34. About a karmic relationship possibly that you were in. Some kind of possibly a reminder of a past relationship that you were in, possibly with someone in the past, who may have been a master manipulator. Somebody could have been in a relationship in the past of maybe with somebody who maybe didn't tell you something about themselves, and they were a master manipulator. And just somebody you could have just moved on from quietly. Y'all know how sometimes you're in a relationship with somebody and you just kind of move on from them quietly. They didn't tell you something, like whatever. You know, sometimes people don't tell you stuff. And you may have moved on quietly, you know, from a relationship. So something is going to come to you in a dream. But like I said before, it's a small world, and so but something is going to come back around, like when I say karmic relationship, of someone basically like is their way or the highway. So it's almost like your past is revisiting you through something coming back up. Let me see how else I can word it. You may have dated someone, Sagittarius, in your past that may have maybe lied to you about, you know, maybe they were married, or maybe they had kids, or something they didn't tell you. And, you know, maybe somebody that you knew found out and just said, you know, I have something to tell you. I saw so and so. They had a whole family. Y'all know how they you know, they be in those shows. What is some of those shows called? Like, you know, somebody just pop up and they got a big old camera and the lights in somebody's face, and they're like, oh, did you know? I forgot the name of those shows. They got the guy with the microphone in somebody's face, and they got the cameras flashing in somebody's face. But anyway, something like that. And so you just quietly move on in a very very classy way. You just kind of sort of move on, and you see something, you know, it's like, okay, you know, you're not skipping any steps. But the energy, because you know you're a group, you know people, right? So somebody could have told you like, oh, did you know so and so, you saw them, they saw somebody you was dating somewhere, right? That's how. So something, you're going to have some kind of a dream or download or whatever, but it's going to be about somebody that you know, that you talk to on a regular basis, but somehow it's going to come out. You're talking to them and you're like, let's keep in touch more often. It could have been somebody you haven't talked to in a while, but let's keep in touch more often. Okay, let's keep in touch more often. And you're going to tell them, guess what? I just talked to somebody. They said they saw this, they heard that, so on and so forth. And that's going to start a ball rolling about something. So, but for you, it's a wish fulfillment. For you, it's a wish fulfillment for them. It's a wish fulfillment for you. It's a wish fulfillment for them. And that is how, like I said, justice is going to be in people's favor. But remember, time is relative. So justice is already in people's favor already. But here's the thing. We're looking at the tower already falling on these two energies right here, because they're already been proven to be vain, vengeful, green with envy already. They're already having a silent tower moment. But more information is starting to come out. More information is starting to come out. Let me see what else we got going on here. Yeah. Because it's something that they did that they don't think is coming out. They don't think that it's more information is coming out. But there's something that they did that they don't think is ever going to surface. But it's surfacing. They think they got away with something that they didn't. So let me see. Anything else, source? Anything else, source? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else, source? Anything else? Anything else? So here we have the Knight of Wands here. Yeah, these energies are pretty ruthless too. These energies are pretty ruthless with this younger person here, in terms of growing their money. They're pretty ruthless with this energy here with the lies too, and growing their money, because they're looking for financial independence. These two energies are looking for financial independence, and they're pretty ruthless. So something is about to come out. They're pretty ruthless because they're causing a lot of lamenting going on here. Three of Wands here. I mean, Three of Pentacles here. Because these energies are teaming up on when they're going to end somebody and doing all this mess. So here we have the Knight of Cups here. So this energy is really, really depressed. Whoever this energy is, they are really, really depressed. Knight of Cups. And so, the Ace of Swords means a whole lot of things, right? So somebody could be doing something with a needle, or could have done something with a needle. It could also mean somebody having a nervous breakdown. They're want to have a breakthrough. So here we have 5, 6. They want to move on. Here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They want to gain some clarity on a situation. But they're definitely being used as a pawn in people's games. They're definitely being used as a pawn in people's games. And like I said, it's a good thing that you and somebody are being used as guardian angels, because you are able to see things from a higher frequency. But you and somebody are being used as guardian angels in a situation. You and somebody are going to be used as, going to cause a tower moment for some energies, whether you realize it or not. You and somebody are going to cause a tower moment. Yep. So that people can finally move on with their lives. Here's the Knight of Pentacles here. The Queen of Swords. Because this group of energy, 9, 8, 9, 10, this group of energy is very toxic. And people really don't feel safe around them, but they're trying to project that onto other people, trying to make other people feel like they don't feel safe around other people. Yeah, here we have the Ace of Wands here. So it's a lot going on in this reading. Good grief. There's a lot going on in this reading. But anyway, Source is going to use you and somebody to cause a tower moment. Wild and wonderful. Why focus on limitations and realism? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation or methods. Unexplainable and illogical magic happens every day. All right. One of these energies that you're connected with, I'm trying to say this without laughing because, oh my gosh. One of these energies that you connected with, Sagittarius, is with all of it. They really have a I don't give a what kind of attitude. They really with all of it. Like they really don't care. So yeah, you definitely moving up. Your career is on the rise, but you have a guardian angel watching over you. But when I say duality, yeah, I don't know who I'm talking to, but it's for you. I don't know who I'm talking to, Sagittarius, for real, but because all of your relationships are harmonious, you going to war with somebody and y'all gonna win. This gonna be a straight out, flat out. Somebody's not gonna see this win. Y'all gonna flat out stomp somebody. That's all I can say. This gonna be a flat out win. They not gonna see this one. That's all I can say. This gonna be y'all gonna know y'all alchemists. That's all I can say. This gonna be a flat out win. That's all I can say. They not gonna see this because the one of the energies y'all got in y'all toolbox, they with all of it. I mean, this one, I ain't even gonna say which one it is. I'm gonna just leave that out the reading because I know I got cross watchers that tune in. They be just stalking. It'd be funny how like people swear up and down, tarot is evil and such and such, but it's one of the energies y'all that's in y'all group. This energy, they are with all of it, and that's the one people are not gonna see. But this the energy that is like I'm gonna leave the reading alone. This gonna be a quiet tower. It's gonna be a tower that people won't see coming. That's all I'm gonna say. It's going to be a tower that people will not see coming. But the way that source is going to get a very clear message to you is through your dreams. You're going to keep it close to the cuff. You're not going to say anything. Um, um, but this is going to be a slam dunk win. I'm telling you. So it's going to make sure that you're going to be very detailed with this. You're going to be very, very detailed with this. But that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. That's all I have. Bye.